It's not a matter of if Tanguy Ndombele becomes world class, but when. If you haven't seen him play, you're doing yourself a disservice as he is such a fun player to watch. He's gained a little more popularity over the last few months, and his performances against Manchester City have accelerated those thoughts. I've been watching him since at least the match against PSG in 2018. No, not that one. He and the entire Lyon squad put on a fantastic performance in that victory. After seeing that performance, I was hooked. However, things weren't always like this for Ndombele. For a player to reach this level after playing in the 5th division is incredible to say the least. Granted, this was for the Amiens reserves when he was a teenager, but still, it's a sharp rise in a short amount of time. Prior to Amiens, he was part of the Guingamp youth setup, but they ended up releasing him in 2014. According to his friend and Lorient striker Johan Visa, he was up there in talent, but outside the field, things just went poorly. After he was released, Ndombele had no club for 6 months and even considered to stop playing. Lionel Rouxel, who is the director at Guingamp while Ndombele was at the club, mentioned similar things as Johan Visa. Specifically, Ndombele was not ready for the high level of football, and he didn't put enough effort on and off the field. Prior to signing with Amiens, he had been rejected by Auxerre, Valenciennes, Angers, and Noir. Maybe this adversity was what he needed to kickstart his career. Once he went to Amiens, it seemed like he realized what he needed to do. After playing for the reserves, he got a chance with their first team in the 2016-17 Ligue 2 season. He did not disappoint, having 2 goals and 7 assists in 30 appearances as a 20-year-old. He was one of the key parts in Amiens' promotion to Ligue 1. However, he was not going to participate in the entire campaign. Instead, he had 3 appearances and was loaned to Lyon. Lyon had the option to purchase him, and they took full advantage of that. There have been some comparisons to Ndombele that I've found intriguing. A deeper lying Zidane caught my eye. There are parts to their games that I see similarities in, especially their dribbling. I've also seen Pogba, but they aren't entirely the same. There was another comparison I saw, but this one kind of confused me. It was N'Golo Kanté. I love Kanté, but this isn't a good comparison. It's sort of similar to when people compared Naby Keita to Kanté. 2 completely different style of midfielders. It's the same boat with Ndombele. Both him and Kanté have their own unique strengths, but they aren't the same type of player. It doesn't take too long to realize why he is a unique player. He isn't afraid to take on a player, or 2, or 3, or even 4, and while it is unpredictable what he's going to do, it doesn't help the opposition that he's quite agile and hard to knock off the ball. How he receives the ball is interesting too. If he has the opportunity, he'll deceive the defender near him prior to turning. Those are only a few little things that go a long way. Ndombele also has a great passing ability which can only improve in the future. I do have to pay more attention to his defending, although I haven't seen anything worse than lapses of concentration while marking. Even saying that, I do think he has good positioning in the defensive side of play. He's not the finished article, as many mention him being rash, which can lead to misplaced passes and even losing the ball because he takes on too many players. I haven't noticed that too much in the matches I've seen. There are games where he doesn't impose himself, which prevents us from seeing him do the great things he is capable of. That could be a confidence issue, but thankfully, I haven't seen too many matches like that. However, when he is confident, his performances are fantastic to say the least. It seems like Deschamps is liking what he sees, as he got his first call-up to the France national team in November. With so much talent in that France team, it'll be interesting to see if he can make his way to the starting lineup in Euro 2020. Ndombele did sign a new contract recently, but that won't stop any interest he will receive, especially in the summer of 2019. Spurs supposedly had a £40 million offer rejected last summer, and with his performances, you could see that price going up even more. It would be nice to see him stay at Lyon, but with the Ligue 1 TV deal not coming until 2020 and some of the top clubs in the world wanting him, it seems unlikely he'll stay past this season. Some clubs I've seen him linked to include PSG, Manchester City, United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Spurs, Juventus, and even Roma. I'm sure all the top clubs in the world have seen this guy play, and if they haven't, they either have the best midfield in the world, or they should fire their scouts. He said in an interview that he is keeping his door open for any team, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully he won't be put under as many transfer rumors as Frank de Jong and Matthijs de Ligt. Am I hyping him up too much? I could be, but watch him and judge for yourself.